Do we really have to talk about this?
This was a horrible, horrible stretch in New York for the Padres.
I thought about this, and I hate to be cruel, and I like these people. But I'll tell you what, the Padres leadership under A.J. Preller, with apologies in advance, it's like a house of cards. They've made all these trades. They've paid all this money. They signed all these international picks. They dealt away the farm system 2.5 times so far. In 9 years that A.J. Preller has built this roster, they've had about 3 good months of baseball. And that was the season in which they beat the Dodgers in the playoff series and got to the NLCS with Philadelphia. And they haven't done anything either side of that. And this looks like another season of underachievement. Is it a house of cards? 37-38. That's the record. 160 million payroll. 23-26 against teams with losing records, including losing 3 in a row to the hapless New York Mets. Offense stopped hitting. The starters look gassed. There's kind of a midlife crisis in the middle of the Padre bullpen. It's amazing. I mean, they lose 2-1, 5-1, and then 11-6. Picked off bases. Failure to drive guys home and runners in scoring position. Errors. Looks like a tired team. They're now 8 games back of the Dodgers, and now they're into the teeth of the schedule. Here come the Phillies, then the first-place Milwaukee Brewers, and still to come another 9-game roadie against first-place Cleveland, first-place Baltimore, and then the Dodgers, who, by the way, are still in first place. There's just too many guys not producing. And Preller is trying to make another trade. But to make a trade of significance, is he going to trade away Ethan Salas? Is he going to trade away Rob Snelling? Is he going to trade away Leonardo DeVries? Those are the top 3 kids. And by the way, all 3 of those kids have stalled and are not having good seasons at all in the minor leagues. And the schedule just going forward is just really hard. Am I fair or unfair saying he has built a house of cards?
It's crumbling right now. I mean, the Xander Bogaerts trade has got to, the signing has got to go down as one of the worst decisions by A.J. Preller, don't you think?
Had a good year last year, but now he's got the fractured shoulder. And by the way, there's still 8 more years left on Xander's contract?
Mm-hmm.
How many more years left on Machado's contract?
Yeah.
And then obviously the Cronenworth contract, though Jake's had a bounce-back season, and unbelievable number of years left on Tatis, who plays well in spurts, but that was 4 strikeouts yesterday. He looked really bad.
He was swinging out of his shoes, and after they were just talking about how they were playing clean baseball and going for the base hits, hitting the other way, he looked like he was trying to hit home run every time.
Yeah. House of cards. Everything they do that you get excited about, quote, when they do it, outside of the 3-month run when they beat the Dodgers and then got to the NLCS with Philly, they haven't done anything either side of that in a 9-year window.
Well, what's your take on Machado? Is he still hurt? We see him running to first base at like 50% speed.
He's got a hip issue.
Blowing bubbles as he's going down the baseline. I mean, what's wrong with Manny?
Well, the elbow has impacted him at home plate. That's why you seldom see power. He can't run, so what do? You just make him play DH? He's still got to run the bases if he gets a hit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and there's a malaise right now about Manny Machado. There's just something that doesn't look right. I'm giving him benefit of the doubt because I think he's got 2 injuries he's dealing with. But all of a sudden, this persona of, I don't have to be Johnny Hustle, that's kind of resurfaced again. Social media has been rather unkind. They're starting to bag on him as if he's the lone reason this has happened. So, house of cards doesn't.
What
look
happened
good
to Jeremiah Estrada? I mean, the guy just blew up. Him and Eniel De Los Santos too.
Well, De Los Santos was a fringe mid-level pitcher to begin with, but Estrada caught people by surprise, and he was accurate. His locations, his velocity. I mean, he struck out 13 in a row. That's unbelievable. Now, maybe he caught people by surprise. Maybe scouting reports have caught up to him. Maybe he's not locating now what he was locating 2 to 4 weeks ago. But you got to trust him as a setup guy to Suarez, and you just got to work with him because he is young, and this is the first taste of success that he's had. So,
And then Dylan Cease, 4 runs in the first inning. He was so good at the beginning of the year. In the last few starts, it's not been that great.
yeah, I maybe that's his track record, up and down, and we've talked about his aggressiveness and how strong he is and how hard he throws, and we've seen those games where he was really dialed in, and the same thing with Mike King, but then we see the games with not at all. He wasn't that not at all yesterday. Boy, he looked really weird to me. I'm sorry, Padre fans forum is open. You agree with me that this thing kind of resembles a house of cards? Because I haven't seen a hell of a lot here.
Padre fans are going bananas right now.
Hey, go to the fans forum chat box, Padre fans. Jump on board. Jump on me or jump on them. Does not matter. Tell us what you think. From that, let's go to the next